and welcome back to New Old Girl. My name is Cindy Mohammed and today I'm going to teach you how to gift someone on Valentine's Day with a cake. And this cake is called sponge cake.
Everything's changed.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Today I'm going to teach you how to gift someone with a little cake for Valentine's Day. It's coming, so I decided to do a little bit of things earlier so I can give you guys some ideas. And I decided to do a cake that is really famous in Brazil. People gift the cake. You can find it on birthday parties, engagements, marriages, and it all depends on the wrapping. If you do a very nice wrapping, you can look really fancy and really nice. So I'm going to try to do a little something kind of cute and romantic to gift my husband as a Valentine's Day, because food is love. And I hope you guys really enjoy it. The cake is called sponge cake, literally in Portuguese, but I don't know if this recipe exists in English. What's the name? I didn't research about it. So if you don't know it, I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you know it, just come with me and let's cook it again. So for the cake recipe, we'll need 4 egg yolks, 4 egg whites, some chemical baking powder, 1 cup of milk, 2 cups of sugar, and 2 cups of flour. And don't find it weird, but on this recipe, we do not use butter. So we're going to start our recipe by beating the egg whites till we have our snowy and beautiful cream. I'm gonna add 1 pinch of salt so it stays very firm. Now for our next step, we're going to beat our 4 egg yolks. And our 2 cups of sugar. So after beating my egg yolk mix and sugar for around 5 minutes, we'll get a paste like this. And while beating it in slow speed, you're going to add the milk, but the milk needs to be boiling hot. I don't know if you guys can see the smoke a little bit coming on the video. So I'm going to put a slow speed and I'm going to add my milk boiling hot. Please don't forget this detail. You don't need to beat it for long. Once it's done, you're going to see batter full of bubbles. I don't know if you guys can see on my spatula. It is full of bubbles. So now this is ready. Once my mix is ready, I'm going to prepare my tray. This one I'm using one that is 35 by 26. I'm going to prepare my tray by spreading a little bit of butter. After applying a very generous layer of butter all over your tray, you need to add a little bit of flour and make a coat of flour all over your tray. I suggest you doing this inside the sink because it's going to be very messy. Ta-da! Our tray is ready. One secret is to heat it like I was doing very nicely, so you remove all the excess flour, because if you leave too much flour on your tray, you can create a very nasty crust of flour with no taste on the bottom of your cake. Once your tray is ready, you're going to leave it aside. We're going to take the batter we made with the milk. You can see the bubbles coming on the surface. We're going to gently add our white egg whites, and we are going to gently fold it inside our mix. Once you're done with the mix, you're going to have a batter full of bubbles. And this is the secret of this cake, and this is why it's called sponge cake, because once your cake is done, it is going to be a very fluffy and full of air spots. So we will be able to put a sauce in the cake, and that's what this cake is about. Let's make the surface even. And now you're going to put this batter, this cake on the oven, on a preheated oven of course, for 180 degrees Celsius for about 40 minutes. And you're just going to remove it when you see that the crust is very golden, and if you put a knife or a fork into it and it comes out clean, that's when you know that it's ready. So while our cake is baking, we're going to prepare the sauce in which we are going to make our cake very wet in it, and that's why this cake is so delicious. So it goes 1 can of condensed milk, the same measurement of coconut milk, and the same measurement of milk, and coconut as much as you want. I'm using fresh shredded coconut, and it will give a very nice coconut flavor to our sponge cake. Well, I figured out that my first bowl wouldn't be enough, so here we go. I'm going to add the condensed milk. Now we need to measure the same amount of coconut milk or cream, it actually doesn't matter much. Move around, up and down on that stage, it's future vibes. But please remember the amount of coconut you're going to put is as you please, but the more coconut you put, the more taste you're going to add to your cake, because as you guys notice, the cake, there is no flavor. We don't add vanilla, we don't add chocolate, we don't add anything, because all the flavor is in this sauce in which we're going to soak the cake in. Now, while our sauce is ready and our cake is baking, I need to talk to you guys about a little secret that this cake is all about. While you have this free time, you need to cut aluminum paper in sizes like this. You can cut around 15 to 20. I cut around 15, but if I need more, I'm going to cut more later. This cake is served cold. So what we're going to do once our cake is ready, we're going to cut it in pieces, set every little piece of the cake in here, soak our cake with the cream, our sauce, put some coconut on top, and then we are going to fold this cake like if it's a small gift. This cake will become very, very soft and wet, so it will become something like a pie. It won't be a cake anymore. That's what is interesting about this cake. And the fact that you serve it cold makes it taste even more like a pie, like a proper dessert. It's not a common cake. It's very, very delicious. So you can cut around 15 papers of aluminum, like I did. And so you don't gift the cake on pure aluminum, which would be very weird. It wouldn't look pretty. We are going to wrap after the aluminum in something else, like a gift wrap. Here I'm going to be using some craft paper. I got the pink one and the red one. And I'm also going to be using some threads or anything so I can wrap the paper around it and make it look very cute. The ideas I came up with was I ended up braiding this thread, as you guys can see, so it looks a little bit different. I braided two. I also made small laces so I can place it on top of it and try to make something cute. So I'm going to also cut some of these pink and red craft papers to get ready for when our cake is ready, so we can fold it and try to make something very, very cute. So our cake got ready and I let it set and cool for around 10-15 minutes, and I cut it into squares in which we are going to be placing them on the aluminum paper. What I'll do, I'll fold them a little bit on the sides so it will not make a mess when I pour our sauce on the cake. You don't need to be afraid that you're putting too much. The more you put, the better it is. The goal is to make the cake very wet from all sides. So that's why I'm making something like a aluminum bowl. I'll pour the sauce, pour a little bit of our shredded coconut on top, and close. So once it's ready and you're done wrapping all of them, your little gift can look like something like this. This is just an idea that you can do, but the possibilities are infinite. This was the Brazilian sponge cake. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like. It's so important for me and for the channel. It makes me grow, it makes me appear on the suggested videos more, and I would be really thankful for that. If you had any doubts, any suggestions, or if you tried it and it worked, or you think it was a really good idea for Valentine's Day, please leave on the comments down here. I love talking to you guys. It's so important for me. And thanks for watching till here. See you next time. Hello and welcome back to New Old Girl. My name is Cindy Mohammed, and today I'm going to teach you how to gift someone on Valentine's Day with a cake. And this cake is called sponge cake.
Everything's changed.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Today I'm going to teach you how to gift someone with a little cake for Valentine's Day. It's coming, so I decided to do a little bit of things earlier so I can give you guys some ideas. And I decided to do a cake that is really famous in Brazil. People gift the cake. You can find it on birthday parties, engagement. We'll need 4 egg yolks, 4 egg whites, some chemical baking powder, 1 cup of milk, 2 cups of sugar, and 2 cups of flour. And don't find it weird, but on this recipe we do not use butter. It's marriages, and it all depends on the wrapping. If you do a very nice wrapping, you can look really fancy and really nice. So I'm going to try to do a little something kind of cute and romantic to gift my husband as a Valentine's Day, because food is love. And I hope you guys really enjoy it. The cake is called sponge cake, literally in Portuguese, but I don't know if this recipe exists in English. What's the name? I didn't research about it. So if you don't know it, I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you know it, just come with me and let's cook it again. So for the cake recipe,